Hello everyone, and welcome back to another video review. This time we have Transformers Prime Beast Hunter's HARDSHELL. Now I was very excited to find this guy at my local comic shop, which is Silver Snail here in Toronto. He came out this week. There were only 3 and I got there. Luckily I had the day off work, so I went and picked him up. HARDSHELL right off the bat is an amazing figure. He stands out in my mind as one of the main reasons that the Cyberverse figures really are some of the best figures that Hasbro's putting out these days. Between articulation, transformation, paint quality, all of it, Cyberverse really has it down. As much as I've been enjoying some of the new Voyager figures like Predaking and Prime, the quality on them, the plastic is feeling cheaper. I don't know what it is, but this guy is amazing. There's this insect stuff on his back. You can move his wings a little bit to get it out of the way. But he's a really, really enjoyable figure. Okay, so let's take a look. He's got this beast weapon, which is very similar to Prime's. It fires by pushing down on that. Doesn't fire very well. And honestly, for the most part, I don't even use it. I just toss it off to the side, like a lot of the weapons that come with these guys. His arms move up. So, you know, he can juggle fruit. He can complain, why me, why me? He can eat, he can, you know, shower, bathe himself. But otherwise the arm rotation there, there's no way to flip the hand over. It's just straight there. You can rotate it at the elbow and get a little bit of zombie HARDSHELL going on. But other than that, that's the only really weak spot in robot mode is the hands are all up, but you get some cool poses anyway. Ball joint on the feet, ball joint at the leg. He spreads out. You can get some pretty decent poses out of him. You can move him around. The shoulder pads are flexible and move. Yeah, overall he's really, really cool. And the transformation is awesome. It's really good. So if you look at his head can lift up, and there's this hollow piece, and for a while, because I don't look at instructions, I was trying to figure out how do I tuck the head in there, but the head actually doesn't tuck at all. In robot mode, it just rests pretty much at one of the highest planes. You can move it up a little bit higher if you want his head a bit higher, but otherwise you just push it down, and then what you're going to do is you're going to move the shoulder pieces off. So move it off, and then you push down on the top of his head and you collapse the entire chest. Yeah, it's pretty stiff, and it just collapses in on itself like that. Okay. Next, you take the feet and you bend the foot in, and then you push the shin forward there, and then you tuck it in again right up there. Folds away nice and neat, and you got part of the back of the insect. So again, foot back, forward, tuck all the way in. And then you can look at it from the top here, and the 2 tabs, the teeth, all just connect together, and there you go. There's the back of the insect. You can bring the wings down out of the way, and then the arms here, you're just going to bring forward the forearm, so it's just on, bring it forward, and then turn it over, kind of like kick back, and you've got the back leg. Same thing on this side. Arm forward, turn it around, and there's the back leg of the insect. Next, this back piece you bring up forward, and the shoulder piece you push. The insect legs, they don't move individually, but you can bring the whole assembly down and out of the way. So the shoulder piece you push in, and you push the other side in, and they don't really tab together, but they sit well together like that. And then the whole thing here, you just turn right over. Then you bring the insect legs back up. And there you have HARDSHELL in his insect mode. And his insect mode is really, really strong. I think it just looks fantastic. It looks real enough that my wife was creeped out, so I mean that's good for me. He's got his HARDSHELL insect head here, and the jaw does open and close, so he's got that sort of fearsome approach. You can move the legs down a little bit to get a little bit more posability out of him. The wings move around so you can have them straight out more or less at the side. You can fold them up on his back, however you would like to display that. And you just keep them all together, which is really, really cool. The only thing I don't really like about HARDSHELL is the colors. The green and yellow kind of are off-putting. In the cartoon, I don't know why, maybe it's the lighting. A lot of the time he looks like almost black and there's some purple in him. But I watched it again and it is actually, you know, pretty deep green, and he actually does have the yellow on his shoulder blades, so I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I would have liked a bit of a darker color. As it is, he feels a little bit more like the G1 Insecticon Barrage. He's got a little bit of an homage to that character going on. Okay, so I'm going to transform him back and then do a quick size comparison. So same, turn it around. You can bring the head down at this point if you want. Get him up this way. Separate the legs. Bring one leg down. You've got a little bit of option here to make him taller. You can straighten that leg or bend it more. Doesn't give him that much difference in height, but it gives him a little bit. Fix the forearms, arms, and then just lift the whole body out. Then gently put it back into place. Tuck the wings under, bring the shoulder pieces forward, and they don't really slot, but they sit in there. They don't bobble around, they don't fall around, they don't fall out of place. And there you have HARDSHELL back in robot mode. Really nice, really effective. Oh, I should have shown in insect mode. This weapon does tab on to the back of his insect carapace, and it can kind of, because it's the same color of wing, it can kind of look like a wing extension, but mostly it just doesn't really appeal to me. Okay, so quick size comparison so you can see how he fits in with the other Cyberverse figures. Here he is next to Megatron. So you can see that, like many Transformers, they're amazing, but scale-wise they don't really line up, because HARDSHELL should really be, let's do some camera trickery, at least like that, if not even a little bit bigger, right? Proportion-wise, just to put them together, they should be a little bit closer together. And as it is, I mean, you can make him taller, but he's not really. Here he is with a Viacon, which is a little bit closer to scale, but the Viacons again would be quite a bit smaller. For those of you who collect Creo, here he is next to the combined Superion, whom I'm also pleased with, and I managed to fit all 5 robots together in one, which took a little bit of crazy engineering, but they're all together. And then, you know, wouldn't be great if you couldn't fight, you know, Bumblebee and Bulkhead. And of course, you know, just beat up Bumblebee. Here's next to Bulkhead. Hi Bulkhead, how are you? Beat up Bulkhead. And look, I mean, you can't beat him. He's Beast Hunters. There's nothing you can do. Uh-oh. Now, Bumblebee's all Beast Huntery. And Bulkhead's all Beast Hunter. And there goes HARDSHELL. Yay! Okay. So, he's a really cool figure. He's really great. And even when you start looking at, you know, some of the other figures out lately that I also thought were really strong, like Fall of Cybertron, Grimlock, there are a lot of positives and a lot of negatives to the figure, but the cheap, like, I don't know if you can hear it. Like, you hear that cheap hollow plasticness there? And when you look at the back of Grimlock, his legs are hollow, the inside of his chest cavity is hollow, the inside of his arms are hollow. When you get through all of that, to get to a figure like HARDSHELL that is nice, tight, compact, it really is just a treat. He's an amazing figure. I highly suggest you pick him up as soon as you can. And in fact, once he actually hits Walmart or Target or Zellers, well, that's a joke, around here, I think I might actually pick up a few more just to have an Insecticon army. But there he is. Transformers Prime Beast Hunters HARDSHELL.